and welcome to what is a bit of a different one for me, and it's also continuing with the saga of buying a casting that I've wanted for quite a while, and then we'll unbox it on here. So without further ado, let's get into it. The lighting conditions are terrible, so please do mind the focus or taking a little longer to do a little bit more quality, but please sit down with me, enjoy this, and this is going to be a first thing. This could be either something extremely exciting or something extremely cool. We'll see what it is. So without further ado, let's get into it. On a quick notice, I would like to say, if you guys would like the next video to be a welly feature, which is sort of a thing that harkened back to David Twice Diecast's first ever video, which is this sort of minuscule brand which creates really nice sort of castings and models, please do let me know in the comments down below. So if you'd like that, just let me know, and I'd be happy to showcase some of the older and newer castings from these guys. They really do some cracking castings. Further ado, here it is, the Junimai Kaido House 003 Mini GT Datsun 510 Pro Street. That was a mouthful. Of course, having the alloy wheels, opening hood, bonnet, and metal body and metal chassis, which is just honestly so exciting to get into. And I hate to sort of sound sarcastic, but there you go, there's some Kaya House things. This guy used to work for Hot Wheels, and he actually designed all of the current Datsuns, I believe, or all of their sort of, yeah, it's just so freaking cool. I need to get into this thing. So there could be a chance of this being a raw chase. I highly doubt it, but if it is, please do expect a sudden cut while I absolutely freak out. Hopefully we can get this thing out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's off. There we are. Okay, we do not have a raw chase, but honestly I don't care. As you can see, that silhouette or sort of roofline edge of that thing just looks fantastic already. That thing looks freaking amazing. First impressions, of course, I've looked at these things so much on the internet. Mini GT, man, this is just freaking fantastic. Brake discs on the alloys. I mean, the alloys are actually metal as well. Or the rims are actually metal as well, which is a first for me. And the details in this thing, you know, this is freaking amazing. The level of detail in this thing, I don't even want to touch it because of how nice it is. I mean, the interior itself, it's been tubbed. It's like a Hewitt's Custom. It's got a nice sort of, there's not many details on the dashboard, but honestly you don't need that. I mean, the outside is enough to absolutely gawk your eyes out on. Of course, that's some sort of chin spoiler, and that engine bay looks to be sort of an SR20 with big turbo, possibly an RB 25 or 26, something along those lines. A Nissan red top engine, and of course the party feature of this thing. That bass is just freaking fantastic. In 1971, Datsun 510, used under license, with of course those exhausts coming out of the fenders, because why not? When you have a car like this, why not go full screen? And of course, it does roll absolutely perfectly. It just feels amazing to have one of these finally. I will go and film the rest of this video tomorrow, possibly the day after, before this video comes out. But just to get a bit nicer light to showcase it better. But honestly, this thing's freaking fantastic, and I am not overwhelmed and use the word freaking very much, but I'm using it a lot right now, and you can tell how astonished I am of this thing. It's honestly just amazing, and of course on this car park it looks just spot on. I can't believe this thing. Honestly, the more I look at it, the tiny details that just emerge out, and the fact that it says SSS on the back, on that rear sort of, let's say it's a D, yeah, C pillar, can't quite remember it there, Grady in there, just freaking amazing, man. Honestly, right, jump cut, and it'll be the next few days when we actually have some light. It's been a few days, and since I first recorded the last segment of this video, and I'm back into it again to have a quick look at it in detail and in good light, where you guys can also see it in great detail as well. So I guess we'll start on the box then. See on the front, this is genuinely probably my favourite part of the box design, and probably everyone else's because it's more obvious. I just really like how the presentation is set, so it's sort of like the a CAD sort of computer-aided design version of this Datsun on the front end here, in sort of white on a black sort of, or on a plain background. I think looks really good. Of course, Kaido House and Mini GT logos up here, and you can see all of the sort of pieces that sort of make this thing together. So obviously Junamai, the designer of this thing, also creator of Kaido House, also alloy wheels and an opening hood, which we'll have a look at in just a little bit. So obviously I've already showed it off, but we'll be able to see it in better light. But just already just fantastic design, and I think it really works for this cast. It's not overly complicated, it's not cluttered, it's just the right design it needed to sort of make it look a lot better than it should have been, or could have been. So on the back we have a bunch of boring licensing, which if you want to you can pause, read. We have tags here like Mini GT Facebook, Mini GT on Twitter, and Mini GT official on Instagram. And of course on the side here we can see Kaido House's tags, so Kaido House on Instagram, Kaido House Garage or Garage on Instagram, and of course kaidohouse.com, where you can find out all of your things you would like to about this product. Alright, and the Datsun is right there. A freaking fantastic model of a fantastic car, and I'd just like to show you guys a bit more in depth than what I did last time. So that would include livery, little subtle differences I've noticed on this cast than others I have from Mini GT, which is that GTR, little techniques and things like that. So let's have a look. I'm going to say number one thing that I didn't notice before was that, of course, that weird little flag there. Can't really relate to what it is. Of course, I'm pulling you guys' leg. It's the United States flag. I believe the owner of this guy's car, which is one of the creators, which is Kenji Sumano or Sung Kang, and Sung Kang. Sorry, very sorry if I butchered those names because I'm terrible at pronouncing names. But those guys, I believe, own this car in real life. I'm not entirely sure if it's a real thing or not. I should probably do some research before recording, but I didn't. I want to jump into it and show you guys this cast. But that's a pretty cool thing. This is a US cast. Of course, it's left on drive, which I'll show you off a bit more in depth in just a second. Yeah, now, of course, this cast has been released a few times in, of course, orange, which is the same heat as this. There's also the first releases, which was an aqua sort of green and a purple, which had different sort of interiors than each other. So the aqua green, I believe, had a... I'm not sure what the colour... I think the cage was red. I'm not entirely sure. I believe the purple one had a sort of beige gold sort of colour, and of course this one has a yellow one, which really pops compared to everything else. It's just a nice little sort of subtle difference to everything else, and of course massive tubbed rear arches, because those tyres would definitely not fit on a normal Datsun 510. You cannot mention this car without talking about the absolutely ludicrously massive body kit they've put on it, which is sort of a normal sort of stock body, no real flared arches. There is, of course, flared arches, but nothing crazy. But we do have this massive drag style wing on here, and of course a nice little chrome stock bumper across the back. And of course the front we have a nice little chin spoiler, which is sort of usual for Datsun 510s, or at least Datsuns of any sort. People like to chuck on little spoilers, little sort of deck lids and things like that to just sort of spice it up a bit and keep those boxy designs flowing throughout the cast and the car. Of course, this thing does, of course, have a massive feature on it, which is revealing a nice SR20 Nissan 4-cylinder with a absolutely humongous top-mounted turbo there, as you can see, and of course a Gretti stamped out manifold, which is cool. Sorry, cam cover, not manifold. Cam cover. Can't think properly today. Just a really nice presentation of that engine bay. Of course, you can see the place where the shocks would mount there. I need one of those little fingers like Datsun Man diecast, but just a fantastic cast all the way around. You can see 510 East Los Angeles Safari there, student or driver if you're reading it upside down, and just sort of that brand all the way around, and just looks really smart. On the back you can see that again, and a license plate from California saying Kingster, which I don't think this thing would be legal in California. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this thing would be just a little bit illegal, just a little bit. But those, of course, you can see the dolly wheels in the front and the absolutely humongous fat tyres in the back make it look like Hewitt's Hot Wheels has made it. A video which will come out soon of his in the next coming weeks. But yeah, that's just a little overview of this thing, and just a nice cast. It looks really good, and of course sitting on this mini GT parking pad, if we can pick up the camera, it looks nice and in tone. It doesn't look too out of shape. Of course, this isn't exactly 1/64 scale, it's slightly bigger, more comparable to sort of Jada 1/64 scales, but again, not a bad thing. It means you can cram a lot more details in there in such a tiny cast, but just fantastic, and I cannot wait to compare this to more releases, etc. when I get them. So that's if I get them. That's if. I was very lucky in this one to find it on a pre-order site on Modelmatic UK. So very thankful to them guys. Let's get on with the camera then, Let's see the shots.